Well, hello friends. We have finally reached vlog number 10. Look at that. I'm in this park again where we were looking at the sunset yesterday. I'm gonna sit in this different spot this time. Today I want to tell you about a story of how I fell in love with my wife. It's actually a pretty interesting story, or not even a story, but a thing, or how it happened. Because I never thought that that's how things happen. How falling in love can sometimes work. You know, you normally think you like somebody for a while and then you, I don't know, slowly fall in love, or maybe you see them somewhere one time and you fall in love all of a sudden. I don't know. But anyway, my story is different. So I'm going to tell you. So my wife and I were kind of friends or acquaintances from church. I went to a different church, but I was kind of floating around different churches, different youth groups, and hanging out with all kinds of different people. And my wife, she was in one of the youth groups, and they would have all kinds of youth events, you know, that I would attend sometimes. I would go to their church sometimes. And then also, she was kind of my neighbor. We lived probably about 4 or 5 blocks from each other. So I knew that she lived over there and she knew where I lived. But beyond that, there was nothing. We would occasionally talk at church and, you know, hang out with everybody together. And sometimes, because I lived close to her house, I'd give her a ride home with her sister and her. I don't think her brother was youth group age yet. But anyway, so we knew each other. And one day I got paid and I had some money and I wanted to go do something. And none of the people that I normally hung out with were available that day. So I called her and I asked her if she's doing anything, if she wants to go and hang out, go have dinner or something. I didn't have any kind of intention of anything beyond being friends. So we just went out as friends. And so we got to the restaurant and there was a wait. It was kind of a expensive restaurant and there was, I guess, a long wait or something. But by the restaurant there was all these little shops in the same building. So we hung out there and walked around the shops. And as we were walking around looking at stuff, I looked at her and something just clicked. Like literally in 1 second. I just looked at her and I knew that I was gonna marry this girl. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that works. But just like that, in a snap of a finger, it's like a light bulb turned on. And fortunately for me, she already liked me. So I didn't have to have that struggle of me liking her and wondering if she likes me or not. I mean, I didn't know where she stood, but I kind of assumed uh, because of various different things. But yeah, so I mean, I was in shock. Literally, I was being weird, and she thought I was being weird because of how uh, I was just being a weird. Like I was literally in shock. I was like, wow, that's what love is like when you're like, I don't even know, I can't even put in words. It's just, you just know, just all of a sudden you know that this girl is gonna be my wife. And yeah, it took me the rest of that night to kind of come out of that shock. um, I don't know, maybe this story is not as interesting to other people, but to me it was. Just the way it happened, it was not what I thought that would happen in my life. Like, I had girlfriends before, and I never thought about marriage. You know, I never thought long term. It was always just like, hey, let's go and hang out or whatever. But here it was different. It was just like my future was before me, just like that. Um, so I wonder how other people, like, you hear these stories and see stuff on TV, how people fall in love, but I wonder how other people, like, what their experience is. If you ever fell in love, or if you're married and you're love your significant other, how did you fall in love? Like, did you know all of a sudden, or was it a gradual thing? Was it love at first sight? So mine, I guess you could say it's love at first sight, but it wasn't first sight. But it felt like it was first sight. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so this was on my list to talk about for today, so that's why I'm talking about it. What else? Vlog number 10. So we're 1/3 of the way down with the challenge. I don't feel like this is a hard challenge. I feel like I'll easily be able to do the rest of it, especially because all of my topics are already written up. It's kind of tough getting yourself psyched up to do it. Just, what am I gonna say? Like, especially this subject, for instance. Like, in my head, it's a whole story, but look, I'm done with it in 8 minutes. So, just thinking about what am I gonna say, that's worth watching. But I just keep telling myself, just turn the camera on and talk. And I just need to get through the 30 days and then maybe 60 days if everything goes well. And then we'll see what happens after that. But I just want to get these videos up there and then see what happens afterwards. Well, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Like the video or dislike the video, but leave me a comment either way. Tell me your thoughts about this. And I really want to hear about what you think about falling in love. What are other ways people fall in love? Do you know any stories you want to share? Put it in the comments. All right. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow.